We'll pin this in. Greetings. No, because I want to do something more intense. Hi. Okay, y'all gonna have to turn y'all phones because that's the only way we're gonna be able to get everybody in. I'm sitting here trying to type with my neck broke for y'all. Hey. Trying to invite y'all in on my conversation. Pen. All right. So, is there a way to remove comments or while I do this or no? They don't do that. Okay, it don't work. Peace. Hey. Let me say hey, boo. Hey, Ash. Look, I'm trying to read and see all of y'all as y'all coming in. Peace, love. Hey, Grant. Is it rising? Technically, they ain't Grant rising. Well, depending on where you at. Peace, smooches. You been hanging in here with us, boo. You part of our new tribe. You new tribe right now. You new tribe. We got to do something for the new tribe. Peace. Greetings. All right. So we tried to do it in my usual spot, but the light was crazy in there, so we didn't get to do the new spot. We got a new spot as far as how we're going to do this. So I wanted to get into, can y'all hear me well? Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me, or some hearts if you can hear me good. Am I talking loud enough? I know it's a little bit of echo in here. Oh, wait. Thank you. I know I'm sideways. You missed that part. I said, turn your phone sideways. Well, actually, we could have probably did it the regular way, sitting in here. Think I should try it the regular way?
Okay. It's just a flick.
Okay, let me see. Well, technically, it ain't just a flick. Let me see if I could do it now that we moved, because we're not in the room that we were in. Let me see if I could take it back to the normal. Hi, greetings. Boom. Oh, I like this way. We can see the mask and stuff. Okay, let's see. Y'all got me changing up stuff. All right. That better for y'all? It's better for me because now my neck don't feel like it's going to have a crook in it. Fooling with y'all. Peace. Greetings. Welcome. Come in the room. What I do with my crystal? Still messing with y'all and I lost my crystal. Okay. Better. Hey, boo. Okay, so we're going to talk about sacred sex and how important. I'm over here touching stuff. Let me not touch. I'm not gonna touch nothing else. Not gonna touch nothing else. So we are going to talk about sacred sex, and the reason I wanted to touch on this topic with this particular chakra was because the root chakra and the sacral or sacral both are affected by the energy of sex. And it is a very, very, very important, if you believe in sex magic, this is one of your areas that you want to make sure you're good with. Okay, so this is why I really wanted to touch into this. A lot of people, especially in Western society, across the world really, have been shamed or felt guilty for this wonderful, amazing experience of touch, taste, and whatever else you want to include in there, because some of y'all hearing it too. So whatever it is that you're doing, this is one of those times, like when it comes to the sacral, it's about pleasure, and it's about how to engage all your senses in that particular act. This is about saying I'm okay with enjoying every aspect of who I am, whether it's touch, whether it's feel like tasting, whether it's the smells, whether it's the sound that's going on. Every aspect of your senses is getting ready to be invoked. And this is where you have to be comfortable and embrace every element in that. The other dynamic with this is if you have had any sort of sexual trauma, and I talk about this all the time, normally this is the area where you have to work a little harder than others. You have to heal a little more than others. I talk about my own personal journey. So those who are familiar with my journey via She Is Magic, I'll talk about that I've experienced all of the trauma that probably everybody else has experienced, specifically within our community. So I have been healing that type of trauma since I was old enough to recognize that, hey, there was some healing that needed to be done. Right. Even within our relationship, there were some things that when we first connected, he opened up chapters and shit that I thought I had done finished the book on that shit. Like, oh, wait a minute, we still dealing with this? Oh, hell no, man. So, but that's the whole point of, once again, us having this conversation. Peace, everybody. Peace, Queen. Hey, boo. Why we wanted to open this conversation and this dialogue up so we can start taking the scotoma and the stigma off of what sacred sex is really about, and the importance of how you engage, whether it's with yourself or with your partner, how you are engaging in that act and being intentional with the act. So he over here, like, you can tell the difference between, I'm intuitive. That's that projector, splenic 1-3 projector. I'm intuitive, so I be off the hip with mine. He be the one that be prepared. He be having a whole book. Like, he over here with highlighted notes and all kind. I got just some bullet points that I'm gonna touch on. So this is all I got for y'all. But he over here with like a whole dissertation. So we gonna check in. What you wanna start with, boo?
I guess we can basically start with understanding that when we're looking at sex in general right now, the way it is in society and the way it is right now, sex is just, everybody is technically masturbating with somebody's body. Mm-hmm. We're not being intentional anymore.
Right.
Everything is lackadaisical. Everything is for pleasure, literally just pleasure, or for a better word, just to come.
Right.
To have that orgasm.
Right. Temporary satisfaction.
Or validation.
Right.
However you want to look at that.
Right.
You might be looking for validation. You might be looking for some kind of power trip or struggle you're looking, you're trying to work through.
You might just be using him for the moon cycle. I'm just saying.
We do have some ritual women out here and men that just use the opposite sex or same sex for those things. So I would just like to say, I guess, touching to taking it more serious. This is something very, very intentional for you.
Right.
It's not just you and your partner. First of all, this is an experience for you personally. Mm-hmm. It's your intentions. It's what you put into it, how you put your energy in it, what your thought process is for that day, what your energy is for that day, how you're feeling. So, I mean, we could start off with just the energy part.
The energy part. Mm-hmm. And that energy part is so important. And what I want to piggyback off of something that he said is that we're not saying that y'all gotta always be on this whole ritualistic,
right?
You done took all the fun and all the spontaneity. Shoot, what you call it? Miss Tish just told y'all to have a pole in the walk-in closet. She ain't really say that, but I add that because they generators. But have the pole in the closet, like doing things that are going to be spontaneous and for you. So we're not saying don't do that. We are saying include that in, but we are saying there is an amazing magical experience that you can have. There is a healing that can happen between two people, okay? When you are being intentional with your energy, when you are setting the tone and the vibration of the room. I know whether he knew it or not, I was doing sacred rituals for myself to get myself in a certain space because I knew that this was an area that I would need extra healing in. Because of all the trauma and all the things that I have been dealing with. And I had stopped having sex 3 years before I even met him. So before I even engaged into the physical activity, I wasn't even getting there. Let's be clear. Okay. But I knew that there were certain things that when it comes to how are we going to engage in this process of healing and having a partner that is going to be willing to be intentional with that part. How do we set the tone for that? So with me, it was creating the energy of sensuality, which is directly connected to your sacral. Knowing that I am going to put on something that make me feel sexy as hell. Right. And I'm not saying y'all got to go buy $100, underwear and drawers and lingerie and all that shit. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. He's saying that. He do that all the time. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that figure out what it is between you and your partner that you find, okay, that makes you feel attractive, that makes you feel sexual, that makes you feel sensual. Now, for my ladies, I don't care that y'all been together 1 year or 20 years. That don't mean that you come and show up with an old raggedy t-shirt and that's my old passed down drawers. I'm gonna need you not to do that.
Hair bonnets. Right,
hair bonnets in your hair. Like, come on, let's just get.
Okay, let me hold on. Let me explain. Hold on, before she say that. Now, it is okay sometimes because we're not expecting, as men, I'm speaking on the masculine part. We're not expecting y'all to always come dressed up in bed or always have lingerie. I know there's those moments. I like the sweatpants. I like just the t-shirt, the wife beater on. I love those moments as well. I guess because I'm just different. But in general, it would be nice for you to come that way sometimes, or at least be intentional with it.
And what we're saying is the intention is still about how are we setting the tone. If I know that I want to specifically work on the healing for my root chakra, then guess what? I'm going to make sure I got them red candles burning. I'm going to have some cinnamon. I'm always going to have some cinnamon burning, let's be clear. Right. I'm going to have that cinnamon and patchouli or whatever it is, okay? That's going to be burning on the side. I have, and I said I was going to wait and show y'all this. I have an actual oil mixture that I create, and I might share this with y'all. This might be one of my little secrets I share with y'all on the website. But I have like a little oil mixture that I put on my body after I done took my nice meditation shower or spiritual bath, because I'm good for taking a spiritual bath with some lemons. Y'all don't know nothing about that, with the cut up lemons and limes in your bathtub and the extra goods in there. So I'm good for getting in the water, doing all of that, getting my whole self together, putting on my little oil. Okay, my little natural oil.
Now, men, if the women are doing all this, we still got to come on our end as well. And it can't just be with the silk boxers or the silk clothes, your silk pajamas. I mean, I need y'all to be coming in with some strawberries. I need y'all to be coming in with some champagne. If you own the champagne, sparkling water.
They got vegan.
Whatever, vegan wine. I mean, we need to come in on our side as well. The massage oil. I bought a whole massage table. Let's just keep it real. I'm on a different level. I'm trying to be in very intentional with what I do. I've been practicing.
Intentional.
I am, but the funny thing is, I've been practicing sacred sex without even knowing it for years. For years, and didn't even know it. And I was equating it more to martial arts, because really, it's energy, it's breathing, it's being intentional and focused on what's going on,
and then coming up with that energy. Like, okay, like I said, if we're setting the tone. We're gonna leave it. I'm gonna tell y'all about the baths and all of that stuff later. Right. But it's about setting that tone, that we know that this is gonna be intentional. That this connection that we are getting ready to share, this is intentional. So if your mate is not feeling well, I'm intentionally getting ready to heal or provide what is needed for her body or for his body to recuperate or rejuvenate. All right. So come on, Ash. Okay. So doing the stuff that is needed, okay, for you to actually get into the right mood, for you to tap into how your energy is vibrating, for you to be centered.
Meditate before. Yeah. Especially my men. Meditate, because we come home from work with a lot of stress, upset, anger, and we take it out on our women daily. come home, take a shower, meditate, or at least meditate before you engage in these practices. If you don't even feel like you're in your right mind, stop your lady.
Right.
She should understand. If she doesn't, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but she should understand, because I know they want us to understand when they're not in that mood.
You know we different. You know we got different rules. You know I be like, oh, so you don't want to do it? So
Let
we
me
not
see
doing
your
that.
phone. Who you talking to? Where you going?
Who is it? Who is it?
You was 10
Give me
minutes
your
late.
phone.
You was 10 minutes
Matter of
late
fact,
home.
let me get the tracker out.
But no, man, seriously, be intentional. The reason I keep saying it, especially for men, is I know she's coming from the women, but I'm really being very intentional about our men. We control a lot of that energy.
Exactly.
We move a lot of that energy around, especially within our bodies and in their bodies. We implant a lot of energy. We implant everything that's in us into our ladies.
That part.
Every time, no matter what. And I'm not talking about from the orgasm. I'm talking about doing the full act and the intention of sex with your lady.
Right. And it's the transferring of energy. So what you have to be in a mindset of, and this is why I wanted to have this particular conversation. I'm not saying that you just got to do this with your mate that you're in a relationship with. But if you are single and you are engaging in this activity, you need to make sure that you're engaging in the activity with someone who is not toxic. Correct. Because that transference of energy, okay, when you decide to lay down with this person, they are embedding their DNA in you, number one. Even if you using protection, they still embedding their DNA in you. They are transferring their energy of whatever is going on in their life and whatever is going on in that day into you.
And it's not through just the penis and the vagina. I'm using correct terms here. It's through kissing, the touching. Understand, when you touch energy, everything comes out of your fingertips, your skin, her skin, your skin are mixing.
Right.
Y'all are blending. When you kiss the saliva, everything, you are giving it all back and forth to each other.
And then, so now, same sex too. Is that the same sex? Yes. So it don't matter who you dealing with.
Right.
It don't matter. It's still about the energy. So if whoever your partner, that's why I use the word partner, whoever your partner is, you want to make sure that they have the same intention for your well-being. Even if y'all just,
even if you just homie lover friends, even if you just cut buddies, you entanglements, whatever. If that
y'all
person
having entanglements
is in the right mind that you can be, and have that with them, then you could possibly share that with them.
Okay, because
but don't just share with anybody.
And let's be clear, I promise, if you single and you having entanglements, cut buddies, they still should be on some sort of level of consciousness. If they not on that level of consciousness and you trying to do rituals with them, for my babies that be doing rituals, if you trying to do rituals with them, listen, you don't know what spirits and what damn portals y'all done open up, because you like, oh, I know I'm gonna get what I need to get, and he gonna make this manifestation come through, but you gonna get way more than you asked for. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. You need to go take a nap. Okay? If it's that bad, go take a nap. I would rather for you to do it with yourself. Be intentional with yourself until you can manifest the partner or the cut buddy, as he does say it. I was going to use a whole nother extreme word. Okay? But, like, you want to make sure you're manifesting somebody who is going to have the same intentions for evolution and enlightenment that you do. All right?
Like, we'll even break it down this way. Let's say you've been doing all the work on yourself. Self-care, self-love. You've been busting your butt on yourself for the last year, 2 years, 3 years. Mm-hmm. And you bring in this toxic person. All of that you just worked on, I promise you there's going to be pieces. It's going to start breaking. Mm-hmm. You're going to start cracking. You're going to see cracks in your foundation that you just knew was completely solid.
Right.
And it wasn't. Mm-mm. Because you didn't listen probably to your ancestors, to your intuition that told you, wait.
Right.
Be patient. Wait.
Go sit your ass down. That's what they said. They said go sit your ass down.
Let that person get where they need to be, or either move on from that person and find who you need to be with.
Right.
But this is something that needs to be very, very intentional, guys.
Right. So going back to the energy, like, even if y'all need to sage each other, before you start.
Yeah.
Like, make a sacred ritual out of whatever the routine is before you even start. Before you get into, because it becomes almost like foreplay. Okay? Because it becomes like now we are engaging into these dynamics. This one right here, when he said that he had the massage table, like he way more. I thought that I was bad. I ain't got shit on AJ. Like, I met him and I'm sitting here like, I think I bit off more than I could chew. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. Like, pineapples, nigga. Pineapples. So it was a dynamic where, you know, he always is trying to figure out a creative way to engage me, because this is what his design is all about. Playfulness. It's about, you know, he a generator. So he's all about, how can I bring out the little girl, or the, not necessarily the little girl, but the little girl
that
energy, that playful energy, the playful energy out of my mate.
That inner child.
Right. Like, really. And then how can I be intentional to let her know that she's safe and secure with me to experience these dynamics? So that's something that we have consistently been working on within our relationship. Because for me, like I said, I was like, oh, you got like a whole get dirt. Like, he one of them dudes that have a whole closet and you be sitting there like, for me. I don't know, it's me.
But I'm glad she segued her way into this part of the topic, because this
I'm gonna
here.
let you talk while I get the book. I forgot.
This here for the men wise, we set a serious tone, man. We really do for our ladies. We can truly, truly heal them in so many ways if we set the tone and we set it in our mind and we want to heal the women. It's with us. Y'all don't understand it. We already know that the woman is the world. She's our God. She's everything that we need. She's gonna take and build everything that we supply to her. This is what we do. But we have to give her a safe space. She has to feel safe. She has to feel secure, protected. When she's talking about that, we bringing out that inner child, that playful girl in her. She's not gonna just come out because you say, "Ooh, he's safe." It's gonna come out some, but it's gonna be our intention, our energy, how we handle our ladies. We gotta stop just trying to have sex right away. We gotta stop just going straight to the. I'm speaking real clitoris, or going straight to eating, or right foreplay. It's even beyond foreplay. It's sensual touch. Touch every inch of her body in the most sensual way that you can think of, and speak to her as you do it. Talk.
Right. That's how I was getting ready to say.
Have a conversation.
Speak life into her.
Communication.
Or him.
Yes. You are speaking life into each other, and you better speak serious life, because what you think you're going to manifest in your lady and in yourself.
And let's get into, I'm glad you started talking about that, because I was looking for, y'all know I love me some Dr. Africa. You know, I love how Dr. Africa just breaks down information. It's upstairs in my room, but I can't, don't worry about it. But Dr. Africa has is holistic health self-diagnosis. If you go to that book, he actually has diagrams, because that's my boo. Right. He got the diagrams of what positions you need to be in order for you to heal certain dynamics. Okay? So that is a great book if you're a beginner and you're just trying to figure out some different, dynamics. And some of that stuff y'all already doing, because all of y'all nasty. So some of that is you already doing.
You just don't know what
you just don't know. And now if we put the information, we power you with the knowledge to say, hey, when you got her in that doggy position, okay, ass up, face down, like when she in that position, then you know you're being intentional on healing a certain organ in her.
Right.
Okay, it ain't just about that we doing this because I'm trying to get to that cervix. You sitting there doing that because you actually are intentional about healing her. All right? So, y'all laughing at me.
And I'm going to tell you something else about that part of it. Guys, size does matter in some instances, but if you are doing what you're doing the right way and intentionally, I promise you, that sensation between you and her,
that part,
that feeling, the way it feels for you, men, y'all think I'm joking. It's a different feeling than just you going in banging or doing whatever you think you're doing and being this macho man. I promise you, this is an experience that will enlighten you, that will open your mind up to a whole nother realm that you have never even come close to touching in a woman, in our women.
Right. And then even with that, it's still about, I was about to make a joke, but because it's going to feel different. I'm going to need y'all to breathe. Y'all need to master y'all chi and get y'all breath together, because she's going to be real mad if that whole session that y'all just did to prepare for this moment end in like 5 seconds. So don't set yourself up for failure. Do whatever you got to do situation.
No, don't you do that. Don't you do that.
No, I ain't talking about that.
Okay, I'm about to say I'm against that
saying
now. I am.
No, I ain't talking about that.
Okay.
You know went too far. Nah, I'm talking about get your mind together. Get your mind right. Get your mind, go get your meditation together. Get real intentional. Get real centered. Be like, I got it. Okay, because you might not have it.
But men, breathe. Men, breathe. I promise you, breathe.
Breath is your friend.
And in your mind, as you feeling that very intense, it's going to be intense. We know what that feeling is. We'll get into more of that, but you got to find a way to shift that energy up and down your spine.
Right. And it's the same way with women.
You'll never release it out. You'll never release it out till you're ready. Sometimes you don't even need to release it out. Like, that's the level it is, to the point of you don't even have to release it out to get to the orgasm you're looking for.
Right. And this is beyond what I want to be intentional, more so in spiritually yoked, because we ain't giving you all of these jewels over here. But on spiritually yoked, what I want to be more intentional about is how we are showing you not only how to heal each other's body through this, but how to heal your mind through this, how to actually accomplish different things that you are trying to manifest in your life.
Get closer to your partner.
Getting closer
connect your heart, your souls. I mean, really connect.
And this is where you get that longevity in. This is when you are understanding that it's bigger than just the surface shit. And it's bigger than, okay, well, I just got this temporary satisfaction. Okay, this is a time where you want to be so intentional and so connected and so evolved. Okay, so spiritually yoked. That's what we call it. Okay, breath. We forget the breath.
And I'll put it this way as well. You might not get it the first time. You might not get it the second time. But be intentional and take your time with each other. Don't be upset with the other person if something doesn't go the way you feel it was supposed to go. Feel vulnerability. I promise you guys, men especially, women, y'all get to your vulnerable parts. Men usually don't. Men, show your emotions. Be vulnerable. I promise you, the connection you and your lady will have, to where you will have conversations and communication on another level that it just exceeds normal human to human interaction.
Right.
It really does. Yeah. And it helps you understand where you need to get beyond just sacred sexuality. We're talking about in relationships too.
Right.
You got to have that connection.
So, and Ash, you need to inbox me, boo. Inbox me so I can help you. So, what else do you... Okay, wait a minute. Let me go my turn.
Go to your side. Go to your side.
Okay. We kind of talked on some of that. So, connecting to your spirituality. So, connecting to your spirituality is so important. Like, whatever system, whatever beliefs you have, like, having that understanding of who I am and whose I am is so important before you start to engage in these type of activities. Because, like I said earlier, you can open up some doors and some portals that you ain't even planning on opening because you ain't did the work.
Right.
Because you ain't being intentional, not only with your own energy, but also the energy of your mate. So you want to be connected to your own spirituality, connected to what it is that you need to be doing and how you need to be doing. Even if that means that, you know, certain African practices, for my ones that do operate, you know, a certain dynamics you're supposed to be, you know, hollering at to bring in a certain type of energy for that event, for that special moment. Having certain crystals around, you know, I stay with a crystal wand up under the bed, or some crystals, some rose quartz put all the way around the room.
Your colors. Maybe you're healing your chakras.
Right. And that's what we were talking about from the beginning. If you are talking about doing the root chakra, you know you need to have, you know, the red candles burning. Shoot, you need to take an old school. If you still got light bulbs, you can go get the color light bulbs and put the color in the room. You can have a red light room.
Your lady in her red lingerie, me and you in your red, whatever you got on, that's going to be sexy for her. Whatever she likes. Getting
into, like, if we're doing and we're setting the tone and we're doing the massage, we know that there's certain oils that are connected to these particular chakras. So now we're going to massage each other with this particular essential oil. So we know that, hey, we're setting the tone and we're setting the energy and the vibration to be intentional, that I need this to be healed. I need this to be empowered. I need this to be, received from you or from me. Okay.
You can even play the right frequencies.
Exactly. You can do the frequency music. Yes. You can do the frequency music. You could even listen to certain songs. So we're not even saying you got to get extra, whatever. Spiritual. Y'all might be with me. I might be having the Flowetry channel on. I swear, before I was even in a relationship, I used to be like, Flowetry will have you wanting a whole lot, baby. No, take y'all asses, go somewhere and sit down. Flowetry will be playing and it'll be like, just say yes, no, say no. But having certain songs that actually create a sensual vibration, actually create a certain dynamic.
I'm Maxwell Jill Scott.
Right.
I'm on that other spectrum of her, but I'm at the same extreme that she's in with the Flowetry.
So being like, creating a playlist for it. Definitely. If this and not just please,
old school, go old school. Go old school, people. Don't forget.
Don't play the same damn playlist every time y'all get ready to do it though. I'm gonna need y'all to have at least a couple that you can have in rotation. I might even put one together for y'all on YouTube and send it out to the people that's part of my group text. Look, I don't play the same one because we don't want to get to the same song all the time. We not. So
plus, you're setting a bad intention because that might be the song that every time that song come on,
boom.
You
know, fucked up.
We gotta mix it up.
Okay. My other thing was when we talk about creating the environment. My ladies, I want to talk to y'all. I'm real hell bent on us taking responsibility for our roles. So I believe wholeheartedly on we set the tone and the vibration for our family. So if you're setting the tone and the vibration, you need to create a home that is going to be conducive to who you are and what you are cultivating in your home. So when it comes to your bedroom, make sure you're being very intentional. If you want it to represent love, light, understanding, compassion, whatever it is, okay? Make sure that you are being specific with the colors that you are decorating your room with. Don't just be putting shit in your room and it ain't got no intention behind it. I know them purple sheets was like dope. I know. But what is the intention? How do they feel? When you lay in the bed, do it make you feel like you just going to bed so you can go to sleep? Or do it make you feel like you just want to slide in there? Like, you need to be really intentional on how am I creating? What does it feel? It's got to be, how do I engage all of the senses? Not just for yourself, but for him as well. When he get in the bed, do he feel like he a king? Do your mate feel like they are in the presence of God?
It's a wonder.
Shut up. Okay, so whatever it is, you want to create the energy and the vibration. Even if you want to just say, okay, this is our day stuff, but when it's time for it to go down, okay, I'm going to be done change the whole damn room. I got a whole bedroom set for that. Okay, so you can say, boom, let me change these sheets. Okay, so when he walk in the door to go take his shower from work, he already know it's going down. All right, you already got to get him in the mindset. Like,
and that's allowing that's allowing you and your couple and partner to not be lazy.
Right.
It's keeping you involved. It's keeping you informed. Okay. And men also, this is another side topic to the sacred sexuality.
Okay.
Stop making women feel like sex is a damn job.
Oh.
I've been there. I've done it. I'm just telling you, I've done it so I can speak on it. And I know it's. And once I understood what was going on, I felt totally bad because I saw what was happening and I saw what I was doing. Stop making it feel like it's a damn job. I promise you, You will get more from your woman if you let her be her.
Right.
Let her come to you. Keep her protected and encourage her. If she's shy about her body, speak with her. Hold her in front of a mirror and speak love and life into her.
Right.
Tell her how much you love every inch of her body, no matter how she looks or how she feels that she looks.
Right.
You never let her feel that way.
Right. And even that, like what he was just saying, not even just holding it in the mirror. Even when you laying in bed, make sure that you're speaking life. I love. Okay, I love the way these stretch marks that you birthing my babies. Look, I'm appreciative. Like, be very intentional on how you are loving and appreciating each other's body. Because especially if y'all old heads like us, okay, it don't look the same way. It don't bounce back the same way when you was 20. Okay, when you was 20, it might have looked different.
I don't know what you talking about. I've been like this since I was 18. So
bro,
put a little weight on. Just put a little weight on.
My whole eye hurt. But okay, like, you want to be very intentional and making sure, and not, women don't just put it on them. Right. Like, you need to be in the space that you are speaking, like, boo, you looking good. Oh my God. Like, we need to go and drop the kids off like ASAP. Like, you really need to be in a space that you're saying and talking to them in a way that encourages who they are and what they got going on too, because men need that too. They need their flowers too.
Hey, we do. I'm not gonna lie.
I buy him flowers all the time when it's certain stuff. I'll be like, I'll buy him flowers. I'll do certain stuff. It's because that's what you're supposed to do. The same way that we want it, you need to do it for them too. Don't just leave them out here hanging and they just feeling like they doing all the work.
Speak life into each other. Seriously, women, your men are going to work some mornings and they have a ton of pressure on them just from just them, their own, where they are in their head, trying to make sure they're handling and being the man, standing in his 10 toes in the sand, standing. Right. It's okay to give him love in the morning. Talk to him in the morning before he leaves out. Give him good inspirational speech. Say something to him. Give him a text. Anything. Men, do the same thing right back for your lady.
Right. Because he know, like, I swear. Okay, side note. I was in my feelings this morning because I was sitting there like, I was about to say something. This mofo didn't send me no text message. He know he better send me Grand Rising every morning. I don't care.
I did send Grand Rising. I just
you
didn't
did. That's my story.
Yeah. I just did.
Okay, so my text messages was acting up, right? So I done caught the whole attitude. Like, I know this little, he didn't leave out the house. Did he leave out the house and didn't say Grand Rising? Like, is he tripping?
Yeah, I'm serious about it. I was very serious.
My whole eye was throbbing. And then I went to go do something and I realized that I had messages that I couldn't see for some reason. They weren't registered on my phone. And I had to drop my whole attitude. Like, I was like, oh.
I was already dead 2 times.
Oh, he was already. I was like, you know what? We ain't even doing this live today. Bump it. That's that bonds made and broken. But, you know your human design.
Right. Your human design definitely on a lot of things. But on the real, out of it all, it's seriously, we need to bond more. Like, absolutely. Honestly, no matter what race you are, what's your gender, what you like, who you like, seriously, we need to start bonding more people, just in general, for humanity, for just being in a humankind thing.
And I think the biggest thing that I think about when he says bonding more, we say in sacred sex, y'all, but this is just really sacred sensuality. This is intimacy. Right. This is like, you don't always have to get to the end goal.
Like, there's times we don't have sex.
Right.
Let's just be clear there.
Right.
There's times, even me as a man, I don't even want to. I'd rather sit there and just lay and caress my lady, rub on my lady, have my lady rub on me. Maybe I'm laying in her lap. Right. It's not always about sex.
And it's just about the intimacy. Sometimes it's about the intimacy. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm fast as hell. So I'm not, the intimacy, like, if we done got into a certain point or we doing certain stuff, we not get ready to stop right. Like, I ain't got that mastery yet. No, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Y'all know me. I ain't got there. But I am encouraging that you should have your moments where you are just being intentional with exchanging energy. You are being intentional with how is my aura coming into contact with yours? How can I breathe life into you?
Right.
Okay? All right?
And men, it's okay to stop them. Even if they can't stop themselves, it's okay. Y'all would not blow up if you're talking and communicating. Because as long as you're serving and being intentional and you're giving something to her and you're doing it for her and yourself as well, that can be worked out.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that's going to always happen, but, you know, 1, maybe 2 out of 10, you can stop her. Because, you know, women can get very aggressive. They stop us easier than we can stop them.
I don't like how he said that. He looked at me like, okay, so I've been reading off my list. What's yours?
Nah, go ahead.
What you got? You got something?
No, because mine's more into the intention of it now.
Okay.
So we don't have to go there yet if you didn't want to, but mine's more into, you know, what should be key things to set that intention or to at least give you a list of what you should do.
So what you got over here? His highlighted stuff.
All I have is I have 4 basic principles that I was just looking into as far as like in the beginning, set your intention beforehand.
Right.
Like she said, so before you even enter the room, set the room up, get your mind right, both sides, your clothes, you know, get everything on that. Once you're in the mood, even before the mood, circulate your sexual energy. Mm-hmm. It's already there. Before you and your lady touch, you and your man touch, whatever, it's there. It's brewing, it's sitting there, and you're rooted in your sacral. It's there. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and start trying to circulate it in your mind. See the energy moving up and down your body, through your blood vessels, through all your tendons, your muscles, all the feelings. Go ahead and start getting it working so that when you do get in that moment with your partner, it'll be a little easier to move it.
Right. Right.
After you do that, the next thing, biggest thing is breathe deeply. Breathe. You can do it in multiple ways. It's almost like Lamaze for women having kids. As far I'm talking about the breathing patterns. It's definitely not like Lamaze, but it's the breathing patterns.
Right.
You can go fast, slow. But I would tell you to take deep, long breaths and be intentional and be thinking in your mind, manifesting everything you're trying to do with your lady. Are you healing? Are y'all manifesting abundance and money? Are you manifesting a child? Manifesting land? I mean, understand that sacred sexuality can be used in so many ways.
Right.
It's not just sitting here, like we said before, just for pleasure.
Right. Like you want to come together with the same common goal. Like if we're coming together to actually say we want to manifest healing within this mate, okay? There was a time like after I had Zay last year that I was having difficulties last year, and it was like we set the intentions when we started to make sure that I was healed through that process. So we breathe through that intention. Like, okay, we are breathing in the healing. We are focused on the area that is feeling like it's in pain. Right. So we're going to be very intentional on making sure that it releases whatever pain, whatever things that's going on with it, and that we are healing this space. Everything that we are doing from our head to our toe is going to be healed. So being in a space that you are both on one accord.
Right.
Okay. But 2, as you're doing that breath work, you're keeping that intention as I'm breathing and healing in her. Because this is all about, this is Reiki in sex, tantric, if y'all want to call it that.
Right.
You know?
Be present. Be very present. Because there's times when me and her have been trying to share this healing experience, and she can look in my face or I can look in her face and be like, hey, breathe.
Right.
You're not present. You really got into it.
Right.
Into the feeling, the emotion. You know, then you like,
bring your ass back.
Right. Where you at? You're not here no more. I feel it.
Right.
So, and it's not a bad thing. It's just you bring your partner back in. Breathe.
I'll post some books because there's actually a great workshop that I don't know if they're still doing it. So I want to check to make sure they're doing it. There's a great breath work workshop. So make sure you inbox me, do 2469. Make sure you inbox me so I can send you the information for that.
And my last point for this, You have to look at your mate as they are divine.
Right.
You have to look at them as they're a god or a goddess.
Right.
And you got to see yourself as a god or goddess. You have to elevate yourself to your highest self.
Right.
In this moment.
Right.
If you see yourself in all white, you see her in all white. You see yourself as a king and she's a queen.
Right.
If you see a prince, whatever that is that you envision, that you see yourself and you see your mate, that's where you both have to be.
And you need to stay in that. So
stay there.
This goes into a great dynamic. Do not engage in sexual activity just to fix some shit that's already popping off.
Oh, it's
it's not gonna fix it. It's gonna still be there when y'all done.
Right.
Okay, it's gonna still, y'all might be in the bliss, which I'm gonna talk about later. You might be in the glow.
Right.
Okay, at that moment. Okay, but once that glow gone, once them hormones settle, when all the serotonin is gone, that problem that y'all was dealing with still gonna be there.
Right.
It's still gonna be like rearing its ugly head saying, hey, you thought I went somewhere. I'm still here.
So if you're trying to fix that problem, find the solution first.
Right.
And then implement that solution into the healing, into your sexual routine, or what are you doing? So you really can heal it or work on it.
So I'm gonna put y'all on game. I always talk about this. I've been talking about this for years. When you are having a problem, okay, this is a time that you can either, number one, it used to be so funny. At one point when I was doing this with AJ was like, oh shit, what happened? Because I used to take him into the meditation room. Anytime I wanted to talk to him about something that I felt like might be a little heavy, you know what? Let's go sit in the meditation room. He was like, oh hell. But it was because the environment is going to keep the energy down. We ain't getting ready to do too much in front of them ancestors that's sitting there watching us on the altar. Like, we know that they can come in and give us the divine assistance. So I will always do something where, okay, if I knew that there was something that was triggering me, or there was a conversation that we needed to have that might be a little heavier than usual, okay, let's go sit there so I can light these incense. I can get the sage out in case we need the sage.
I'm going to take it further. Take a spiritual bath together.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say.
No, I was going to say that next. Yeah. So, and then my other thing is, if you don't, like, if it's, if you are still in the space, because sometimes you need the other room. Okay. So the other room, the meditation room, or an area that is your sacred space, that's for, okay, them conversations where you know it's going to take a little more than maybe one conversation to get to a resolution. Right. Okay, but if you still cool, but you like, baby, you know, you just got one of them, because you know how we do, baby, you know. Okay, that's when you set them up for the kill right there. Okay, so you set the spiritual bath. Okay, you're going to put the spiritual bath together, and you can do certain herbs. What I always tell people, because especially with women, because we're a little more sensitive than they are, and it'll throw our whole pH off, and then you ain't gonna want to do nothing for real. But when you set in that bath, get you some all natural lemongrass. Right. Anytime that you have a conversation that you need to have with your mate, try to have that spiritual bath together, where you can put a couple of drops of lemongrass oil in your water. That particular dynamic is going to calm everything down. Even if the energy seems like it get a little tense, it naturally is going to work with you to calm you down. So now you're breathing, you're being intentional, you're being still, and then when you naked, I'm like, it's real hard when you naked to like really be focused on, a bunch of, like, I'm gonna be real mad. I'm gonna be real mad at you. Now, with me, I be 105, like, I'm 160 hot. Like, when I'm hot, you need to let me go walk outside. I need to go light an incense. I'm going to need to meditate. I got to do a whole lot to get my energy back right, because I fixated on the problem. He let it go. But once again, this human design, he's an open crown and third eye. I'm a defined crown and third eye. So when I'm in the midst of something, I'm stuck on that, bruh. We ain't going past it. No, why? I'm going to wake up with it the next day. He already
kiss and hug.
Right. He let it go as soon as it happened. As soon as it happened, he's like, okay, I'm good now. Like, No, I'll be like, no, I'm still the 300 damn high. But having a sacred bath is really important. It's good for it, whether you getting ready to do sacred sex or, like I said, if you are having that energy. And what we were bringing that all up, because what you don't want to do is lay together.
Right.
And carrying that energy. It go back to what we started out with. Make sure the intentions of that person
you don't want that
is good. You don't want to transfer negative energy into each other. You don't want to be sitting there feeling like I'm gonna do this, but I still can't stand your ass. Like you don't need to be sitting in that energy. You need to actually fix that.
I'll give y'all a perfect example. We made love. We was mad. I was mad at her. She was fine. We made love. That shit got flipped. I was good. She mad. And I'm over here like, I'm good.
Right. Be happy now.
I just blessed you. Why are you upset at me? What did I do? She done took my whole problem, my whole vibe that I was brought in the house from work, and now it's caused a rift and a problem with her, with me, that really wasn't even a problem. It wasn't nothing that she really was mad at me about. But I put that energy in her to react and respond back to me. So understand, we do that back and forth.
Especially if you're a super empath. Like me as a projector, I know better. But I still, I already told y'all I was fast. I'm the queen of pop off. But sometimes. I think he be pissing me off on purpose sometimes. Like he just want to see me get mad. But no, it's a dynamic that if you are empathic, if you are a projector, if you are a non-energy type, so that's my reflectors, my projectors, and my manifestors. Right. If you are any of those, when your mate is going through something, you done soaked in all of it and amplified it times 10. So you'll be one, and these are for my couple. This is a tip for my couples. If you are in a dynamic and you have never been in a space where you getting so bad or so hot or so frustrated, 9 times out of 10 is because you amplifying whatever your partner was doing. Right. So he could be on 2 and it's going to be 20 by the time I get a hold of it. Okay? So you have to be very mindful of, hey, I know I'm empathic. So I need for you to do whatever it is you need to do to get that energy together. I know when he used to work at this one job, I used to be like, bro, don't you even come past the meditation room. Make sure you go your ass in there. Right. I need you to sit down. You need to meditate. I need you to say, you get clear the shit off of you right now. In the name of Jesus. But no, for real, like, I was like real intentional, like, don't bring that energy in here. Don't bring it in here. So,
but we're serious about the intention though, guys.
Yeah.
Like, because like I'm even learning more with my lady being a projector, me being a generator. Learn your human design. I'm gonna plug it as well. Learn it. At first I was feeling it out, but as I saw it and implemented it and saw, really, really read and saw what was going on, learn who you have as a partner.
Right.
Because I know when my baby's energy is down, I can hang it up for certain things.
Right.
But it's not a detriment to me like I thought it was in the beginning. I thought maybe I was doing something wrong. I thought maybe she didn't desire me no more. I thought maybe I wasn't attractive to her no more. The key is she has no energy.
Right.
Because she's a projector. I give her the energy. The boys give her energy. We give her all the energy that she usually has, and sometimes we overload her with energy.
They always overload.
So she has to recover. But that's me learning my mate.
Right.
That's another part of the sacred sexuality. Know your mate. You gotta learn your mate and want to learn your mate.
Yeah, and that's the other part, like really knowing y'all design. Because even though I know that nerdy, geeky shit that y'all don't be wanting to get into, but for me, and I tell him this all the time, like he know I'm like a complete nerd. So I get excited about finding new information, understanding that, oh, you know what? I got an open sacral and your sacral is defined. So when I might have been having reproductive issues, because I'm taking in all your sacral energy. Right. Then that made me start pulling up my kids' chart. You know what? All of y'all asses is sitting here overloading me with energy, and I'm not having no time to disperse of this. Especially since school is home now. So it's 24/7. I'm just getting pumped with energy. Okay, so all my babies, especially my 9 energy types, And I know I'm going to have to do a whole live with that. I don't want to
Right.
get too deep
We
in
will.
that. But all my 9 energy types, I know that if you came through last year, you probably was feeling some kind of way by the time January hit. Shit, some of y'all was feeling some kind of way by the time June hit. I was probably feeling, when did we go on lockdown? I think I was 30 days in. I was like, oh, hell no, this ain't gonna work. We gonna be in lockdown how long? Yeah, I'm having a whole flashback. Okay, so we talked about, I wanted to get into aftercare. Oh, no. So we did talk about essential oils. This is so important. Even if you just doing a few drops in your sheets when you wash them, okay? If you're doing a few drops in your bath, okay? Or if you're doing some essential oils to put on your body, whatever it is, if you're massaging each other with it, it is important for you to either create, and I might do a workshop on that. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I got to remember I'm not doing no workshops this year. Somebody doing a workshop. I'm going to find y'all somebody to do an essential oil workshop where you can create herbs for different things. And you need to have my herbalists, my herbal women. You need to have some herbs that's specifically for when we get ready to engage in this healing act. Okay. The other thing that I had, I don't remember what this was called on the website. Yeah, but I think I called it aphrodisiac or something like that. It was been sold out. I just got it back in stock. It has all your sensual herbs and oils in it. So this will be the soap that you want to use before it go down. Okay. It's gonna make everything waking up. I'm just telling this gonna help you with your libido. I'm just telling you, like taking a bath, taking a shower, whatever you need to do, just smelling it. Smell like, we about to end the live early. So now, okay, so that type.
You better take your maca powder.
Right, maca for both women or
men.
Y'all need to go and get that smoothie together.
Tonka Ali, boy.
Right, you can put one of them herbs in your smoothies. You can make sure, like, moringa do it for me. I don't know if it'll do it for y'all, but I remember I was on moringa for I promise a week. I stopped taking it because I was like,
I'm over here mad. Didn't even know.
He was like, she want to do it all the time. Like, he was like, oh, wait a minute, what you mean you're not going to take it no more? Because it's making me want to dig on, all the time. 24/7. Libido was, through the roof. I was just like, bruh. So, men, that's when y'all start, or partners. Well, this is when you start saying, no, right, you want a smoothie?
I got it.
I'm going to make you one. I got you, boo. I'm going to go and get that smoothie together. Go and sneak some maca powder and some moringa in there. Mm-hmm. Be all the way together. We didn't talk about the sacred orgasm.
Right. Sacred
orgasm. This is about being when you do decide that you are going to get to the destination.
Right.
You want to make sure that you are intentionally putting the energy into the destination. What is it that when we get here that we are striving to manifest? Are we thinking on the same aspect of whether it's what am I just okay, I'm like,
it's what you agreeing on.
Right. Like if it's healing.
It's right there.
Okay. If it is I'm manifesting this house, we manifesting this property, more abundance for our business, more connections, whatever it may be. Hold that intention within you.
Fertility.
Babies. So my people who are experiencing fertility, this is so important for y'all.
Help heal your women with this fertility.
You can start working in a space, that you are healing each other before you even get to the aspect of having that baby, creating that baby, and have fun while y'all doing all of this. Don't ritualize per se this dynamic. Make it where it becomes so second nature that you get excited about, okay, I'm making sure that I got the right stuff on my sheets. I done changed the bed around. I done put some extra flowers in the room.
Same sex partners trying to get pregnant, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It doesn't matter.
Same intention on everything you're doing with the artificial inseminations or however the process that you're doing to get pregnant.
Right.
Put them same intentions on it.
Right. And be like in a space that you're, enjoying, because this is about creating the pleasure, which is connected to the sacral.
Right.
How do we create this enjoyment, this fulfillment that I am worthy of what it is that I'm manifesting? I am worthy of experiencing this bliss. Okay.
And then believe that it's working.
Right.
Truly have faith that what you're doing is
not
working.
even believe, know it.
Know it worked. No, it's already done.
I
it's
appreciate
already
y'all.
done.
Know me. I'll be like, shoot, I'll do a whole praise dance. Be like, I appreciate y'all. I know that I got that. I got that. Okay, so there's some questions. Hold on, let me see. Or not. Somebody playing. Who playing on my damn, what you call it? Who playing on my damn question bot? Lord. Okay, so, hey, boo.
Hey, and with that sexual orgasm, understand that the experience can be a full body orgasm, it can be a cosmic orgasm, it can be a universal orgasm, or it can be a chakra orgasm.
Right.
It's not going to be the regular orgasm. That's what we're trying to get y'all to see too. This is not just a regular sexual orgasm.
Right.
That feel you're going to go through or what you're going to experience when it happens, I promise you it's nothing like what you think you're experiencing.
Right. And it's the whole dynamic is to make sure that you start to explore those dynamics. What am I having? Okay. What is it that I'm connecting to? The name of the soap is Aphrodisiac. I haven't uploaded it, like re-uploaded the stock. So I'll make sure after this live, I re-upload the stock. This sells out every time. I always have people that buy like 2-3 bars of this every time. So it was already sold out. I'm gonna restock it.
Also, for anybody, I don't know if anybody asked this question, but do you want to know how it's happening? So you know that sacred sex is happening. Okay. You might lose sight. You might lose your awareness.
They don't win it. They don't.
Your body stops. Others begins. You might experience space and time is limitless.
Right.
You might truly see your partner's soul in front of you. Her aura. Mm-hmm. You could feel that you might experience waves or pulses of energy flowing through your body in waves or levels you've never known. One of you or both might end up in tears of joy or tears of healing.
Right.
It might be one of those that, did you feel that?
Right.
Or what was that?
Right.
So there's times when I've known in the past, and I know a lot of you have too. If you've ever had an orgasm and cried and the experience you had and it was so touching and deep and it like all the way to your soul, you might have just had sacred sex and your partner did.
Right.
And you just didn't know that it happened.
Selfish ass. Just selfish ass. The other dynamic that you want to, what he was talking about is, like you said, when you are having that intimate moment, when you are, how do you know you having sacred sex when both of y'all are present, when there is almost an elapse of time, when there is this connection that is so much more deeper.
Okay. Your body can just...
When you go to tap on that third eye and y'all done went somewhere else.
Right.
I'm just saying that y'all ain't ready for that class. That's
third level.
Okay. But aftercare. So how do we get into the aftercare? How do we get into the afterglow? The aftercare is going to be making sure that you are taking the time, This is different than, when y'all just like...
this is the vulnerability part.
This is when you're going to lay there.
Intimacy.
You're going to connect. You're going to make sure that you are having conversation. You're going to discuss what are your dreams? What are the things that you want to manifest? You're going to make sure that you're connecting on the most intimate level. What are your fears? If you are still dealing with those. Like, what are the things that, bring you joy? Like, this is a prime opportunity because both of you are in a space that is open for the communication.
What if
your hearts are open?
What if you want to heal something and you're afraid to tell your partner? What if there's something going on that you're afraid to tell your partner? Here's a perfect opportunity.
This is the time to be very open and vulnerable. I know with women, sometimes we have an issue with that, being vulnerable with our partners. This is the time. Well, first of all, let me go back. Okay, being vulnerable with your partner, you have to know that you picked the right partner to be with.
Bingo.
Okay.
That's huge.
You need to make sure that it's okay for me to put my vulnerability in his hand. That I know that he gonna make sure that he take care of it the same way that I would take care of his. So you gotta make sure that you are with someone that you can experience that level of vulnerability.
And men, understand, we do not have to fix every doggone problem that your lady has. Shut your ass up and just listen. Like, just seriously, sometimes she just needs you to listen and let her vent.
Right.
Yes. Be intentional. Be present and really listen, but not, yes, baby, I got you.
Right.
Let her talk. Just let her get it out. Because sometimes it ain't nothing for us to say. And there's nothing we can do.
And it ain't nothing.
But we're programmed and we've been conditioned to conquer, to protect, to heal, to fix problems, whatever it is. I get it. Trust me, we've gone through it. Right. She knows how I am. I'm very protective. I'm very trying to fix something.
What we need to do? He first one. Something going down. He giving me all kind of solution. My arm hurt. Well, you think you got a pinched nerve? What's going on?
Right.
We need to go to the doctor.
We going down the list.
You want to stretch? Like, he get ready to go down the list. I be like, I was just letting you know my arm was bothering me.
Right.
I know it's something else. I don't know what it is.
And she'll hit me with that. I know that I know that
I know that I know that I know that
it ain't none of those things. I got it. Just let me go meditate. Let me go take this spiritual bath. Okay. But that's where we have to, as a couple, allow the other person to be them. Allow them to do what they need to do for themselves as well. We can't fix everything, guys. We can't. Some stuff is that they personal journey that they have to fix.
And
they just want our support. They want us here.
Right.
We got you, baby. Go ahead and handle it.
And vice versa.
It's all
women, we got to be able to do the same thing. We got to allow them enough freedom to discover and fix it themselves.
And let your man be vulnerable. I'm not telling men to sit here and be a damn baby. But if your man starts crying because of something, understand, women, if your man cries in front of you, and I'm a man, I'm letting you know, that's vulnerable shit for us.
Oh, absolutely.
If we cry in front of you, we finna let you know, look, we need your help, baby.
Right.
This is what's going on. I'm telling you, these are my emotions. I'm being vulnerable. Don't take that for granted.
Right.
And don't treat him like he's some punk, pussy, simp, however you want to look at him.
I don't know, some of them might
be. Okay, I give you that. But don't. Just try to be strong for him, because that might be the moment he needs you to be strong for him for a moment. Until he can get himself back. Okay, I'm good. I got it out.
Allowing the freedom. I think that's the biggest thing. And I don't want to give, I feel like we're getting into spiritually yoked information. But allowing the freedom. I swear both my daughters done text me since we've been on the phone. Like, my daughter that's over in Cali done sent me a picture. My other daughter just texted me talking about she coming to get the kids. Yes, praise him. Praise the Lord. Okay. But yeah, there's some dynamics that,
we're going to get deeper on spiritually.
We're going to get deeper in on spiritually yoked, because the one thing that frustrates me sometimes is that, y'all, we get in a space that we forget. I'm not saying that your life is going to be perfect. Right. I'm not saying that you're going to automatically pick the right person out the gate. I'm not even saying, because in my mind, every partner is the right partner. As long as they're not whooping your ass and doing nothing crazy. I'm like, if they're violating certain boundaries, then no, they're not the right person.
And that goes back to the human design. Every
partner,
and she can finally convince me on that. Every partner is the right partner. If you go learn your human design and find your
because it's allowing the freedom. It's saying okay, if I know that he a generator. I know he tribal as hell. He the one that's he need the community. He need our family. He has a certain loyalty and dynamic. He always gonna be thinking about y'all asses before I'm gonna think about y'all asses. Okay? That's just who he is. But I have to honor and allow him that freedom to go do whatever it is he needs to do that is tribal. Where my ass might be sitting in the house sipping on some lemonade, talking about go ahead and enjoy.
But we're gonna go beyond that sitting in the house bull crap. We gotta allow her to go do what she needs to do, because she is a little more, and I'm using this word, but that's not her, selfish. But it's because her design is independent. Her design is for her to be selfish.
Right.
She needs to go out and go take her salt. Go do her salt baths.
Well, my salt spa.
The salt spa.
That's my new shit.
Go do her infrared spa. Maybe she need to just go sit out in the woods for an hour, 2 hours. Maybe I need to give her a whole day to herself.
Right.
Just go. I handle everything. Don't call me. Even though she gonna reach out because that's a good woman that I have. She still go do what you need to do.
Right.
But I have to honor that. I have to accept.
And it's allowing the freedom with each other.
It's allowing her to be her best her. If I want her to come home and be the queen I need her to be, go do what you need to do.
Right. So, it's understanding those dynamics and understanding those fundamentals. Now, we're not saying this and we're not sitting on no type of, platform telling y'all, look, that this shit is easy. We still navigating through this ourselves. Right. We still trying to understand what actually works for us, beyond the surface stuff. But we are willing to share this information as we go through it and we learn and we know what's working for us. Some stuff is just natural and we already just naturally did it because that's who we were. Right. But there's other stuff that we had to figure out, okay, wait a minute, this is where we're being triggered. This is where there's some struggle.
So we're gonna plug human design again. I'm telling y'all,
right?
That changed a lot.
Changed our life.
This relationship we have.
It changed our life.
A lot.
So going back to our sacred sex, it's more than just letting it pop off in the bedroom or wherever you decide to do your do. Okay, but I really want y'all to make sure that whoever you are engaging with, whether this is a person that you just using for that particular dynamic, that's y'all connection, is to heal each other through sex, or if it is that you're doing this with your partner, make sure that y'all are made one in the right energy, in the right mindset, so you can set the tone for what's about to go down. Setting the environment, whether it's his job or whether it's your job. Set the environment so you can, make sure you do that. Make sure that you are prepping each other and allowing each other to come and be as free as they need and vulnerable as they need to be in that situation. All right. This is an opportunity for you to build a stronger bond, to manifest some amazing things in your life. Okay. Some amazing things, and for you to heal things that maybe you've been carrying for years. All right. I love you. Human design. Okay. Let me answer his question, Renee. Okay, so human design is a system that basically is your blueprint. We'll get more into that, but if you go and look at some of my older posts, and I'm always talking about human design. You can look at pretty much any IGTV of mine, and I'm always talking about human design and how it plays a part on your interaction and your connection with each other, but also how you show up in life doing what you were purposed to do. Right. Okay? So,
and I'm going to leave it with this. It's something I wrote. In the practice of sacred sexuality, through energy, breath, and presence, and so much more, you will unite with and know not just your partner on deeper, more conscious levels, but you'll also come to know your own divine nature, your own true self as you never have before. With just one taste of sacred sexuality, you will come to know that there are dimensions of pleasure. Hear that again. There are dimensions of pleasure, intimacy, and love that you've never even imagined, let alone explored yet.
Right.
An entirely new world will be open to you. So just open that up. Open it up.
Allow yourself to experience. Get out this bullshit that America society has conditioned you in. It is doing a disservice. It is taking everything that you are so worthy.
Stop letting them shame you, women.
Right.
Stop letting them shame you.
Don't let them shame you. Be as sexually free as you want to. Your man wants you to be sexually free.
Show discernment.
Your woman wants you to be sexually free.
Men, be very responsible and so show discernment with our women.
Yes. If you're not in the space, let me just put this disclaimer out. If you're not in the space to be doing this in the first place, don't do it. I told y'all, I went 3 years before I even met like him. I went 3 years. Okay? And I did that intentionally because there were things that I needed to heal. So even if you're in a space that you got to be intentional with saying, you know what, I might need to take a vow of celibacy for right now. I ain't saying you got to do 3 years. That's a little too much. A little too goddamn much. Some people do more than that. But, you know, you might want to do, you know, at least 6 months to a year or longer. Whatever you feel you need, you know your journey. You know your story.
Men, try it. I know you're not hearing about it. Go look it up on YouTube. Look up, what's it called? Retaining.
Semen retention.
Semen retention. Mm-hmm. Try it. Don't have sex for 6 months and work on yourself.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Don't even go out there thinking about sex or woman. Just trust me. Try it.
The master of that energy is something totally different, y'all. I promise y'all I ain't going to lead you wrong. All right. I love you. I will that y'all got something. Some little nugget, even if it was just a new way to connect with your mate. Peace. I wish that you got that. Okay. Love you guys. Peace.